I'm a 21st century ninja. Ninjago is much better than Ninja Steel. Well, I certainly took my sweet time getting back to this show, didn't I? And from the looks of things, I wasn't the only one either. I do want to briefly apologize for my semi-long absence though, since I didn't intend to be away from this site for that long, but I had some personal things come up in the last few months that made it very difficult to work on videos, and is actually one of the reasons the Ninjago review came out as late as it did. But none of that matters now, since things have gone relatively back to normal, so now I'm ready to get back to this show full force. Still, since I haven't talked about this show for a bit, I feel that a recap is in order, so now I give you the Power Rangers Ninja Steel reviewer montage. That was some Dragon Ball Z how much of a dislike I have for Brody so far in this show. Also, this is not really the episode to change my mind on Brody. Preston now has magic powers, specifically designed to piss me off. Robo-racism? Are you telling me you don't know what a dog is? This episode just sucks. The Gold Ranger is a country singer. What? Wow. I've been really mean to this show apparently. But hey, that was a long time ago, and since the show has had some time to get its head on straight, this next episode could be where things turn around, so let's continue trekking through this season as we look at episode 9, Rocking and Rolling. The episode opens with Cosmo Royale introducing Stonedozer as the next monster to take on the Rangers, along with the newly programmed Basher bots that are definitely more intimidating than the Kuda bots we were using. In the city, Victor and Monty are trying to think of a way to get into Levi's concert since they failed to win tickets last episode, while the Rangers help the country singer get ready for his show. Levi mentions that after the show he'll be going on tour for the next 3 months, but assures the team that he'll help as the Gold Ranger if they need him. Turns out this is exactly like the Prince Philip thing. Despite Levi's promise, the other Rangers express concerns about their new teammate leaving, while Levi goes to talk to the little girl that beat Victor to win tickets.
How about we take a selfie?
Cool camera.
Does my biggest fan know my favorite food? Alright, 1, 2, 3, cheeseburger!
Huh. Bit of an odd way to put in a Sentai reference, but I'll take it. The teens are then shook by an earthquake that Mick says originated close to them, so the Rangers tell Levi of the situation, but the Gold Ranger asks them to handle it since he's got to get ready for the concert. The Rangers don their training garb to check on Mick's coordinates where they find Basher bots mining, and after the team stealthily takes down the Basher bots, Brody and Sarah run into the mine to investigate, while the other Rangers morph to deal with more foot soldiers. Inside the mine, Brody and Sarah see Stonedozer expositing how he plans to destroy the concert hall to bait the Rangers so he can destroy them, and even though Brody tries to warn Levi of the danger, he's too busy playing his terrible pop country to hear his datacom go off. Stonedozer then notices the Rangers, somehow, and tries to bury the two in the mine, but they're able to escape by morphing and bursting out of the ground. It's pretty cool. Sarah informs the team of Stonedozer's plan, so the Rangers head back to save the people at the concert hall, while at the concert itself, Victor and Monty are able to get on stage by hiding in speakers, but their fun doesn't last long as security throws the two into instruments. At that point, another one of Stonedozer's earthquakes hit, causing everyone to panic, just as the Rangers arrive to rush Levi off stage and tell everyone to get to the exits. After Levi's brought up to speed on what's happened, the Gold Ranger morphs into action, proceeding to help the Rangers get everyone to safety. During their mad rush to get everyone out, Levi protects the little girl from earlier, but when the Rangers take one last look inside the building for civilians, Ripcon orders Stonedozer to bring down the concert hall in hopes of killing the Rangers. The heroes escape, however, meeting Stonedozer and a brood of Basher bots at a nearby construction site, where Levi takes on Stonedozer while the other Rangers beat on the Bashers. We then get a pretty cool fight of Levi and Brody trying to take down Stonedozer, but he's too strong. That is until Levi uses one quick move to gain the upper hand.
Sorry, partner. Looks like you've hit rock bottom. Storm Star! Tornado mode! Storm Star! Tornado slashes! Final attack! Say cheeseburger! Cheeseburger!
Okay, so that wasn't just a Sentai reference earlier. The show actually needed to introduce the cheeseburger morphers so they can use more Sentai footage. Weird. Stonedozer's not done yet, though, as Cosmo Royale makes him giant, so Levi calls on his new Robo Rider Zord and Ninja Bull Zord, wanting to finish the monster himself. After activating Ninja Master Mode, Levi starts throwing rocks at the monster as he rides around, but seeing how this isn't very effective, the other Rangers call on the Rumbletusk Ninja Steel Megazord to give the Gold Ranger some help. Working together, the Rangers are able to strike down Stonedozer before Levi combines his Zords into the Bull Rider Megazord, and after showing off how cool the Zord is, the Rangers combine their forces to finally finish the monster off. After the fight, the Rangers question how they'll fare against Galvanex once Levi leaves on tour, while the country singer gets ready to make a public announcement with the city's mayor, which is held at the high school for some reason. Levi says that while music is important, he's learned that other things are more important before announcing that he's postponed his world tour, yet he doesn't tell anyone what the more important thing he'll be doing is, just adding that he'll be writing new songs for everyone, which I guess is enough to earn an applause. Levi then apologizes to the other Rangers for not helping them investigate the earthquakes earlier, which in my mind makes him an official member of this team. The mayor then announces that another person was saving people at the concert hall beside the Rangers before introducing Victor in a full body cast, but Haley mentions how Victor didn't save anyone. Just as the mayor presents a trophy of bravery to Victor, Cody tugs on the wrapping of the cast, revealing Victor as a fraud, and the episode ends with Victor and Monty escaping, while the Rangers laugh at how Victor's in his underwear. This episode is not very good. While this is definitely not the worst episode of this show that I've seen, one of the reasons it majorly fails is because the focus is just off. Thematically, the episode wants to be about Levi learning to accept his new responsibility as a ranger over his music career, but his whole story is kept in the background for most of the episode, while a good chunk of the runtime is dedicated to the action sequences. And don't get me wrong, they're really good action sequences and one of the reasons I wanted to give this episode a pass, but without any connection to the Levi story that was introduced at the beginning of the episode, the fight scenes come off as very been there done that. I would have personally liked this episode a lot better had the Rangers been more angry at Levi for deciding to leave on his tour, and I think this episode could have even pulled that off without having to reshoot anything or use different Sentai footage. I mean, imagine if during the Rangers' first fight against the Bachelorbots, the team talked about how they're doing just fine on their own and don't need Levi anyway. That could have led so perfectly into Brody wanting to finish off Stone Dozer himself by cutting into the Gold Rangers' fight against the monster, and by the end, all 6 Rangers could realize how much Levi adds to the team, since the Rangers use both Megazords to take down Stone Dozer. Instead, what we get is Levi angry at Stone Dozer for ruining his concert, while the other Rangers fight the Bachelorbots like it's just another day at the office. And because most of the episode is padded out with these fight scenes, when we get to the end and Levi says that he realizes the Rangers need him more as the Gold Ranger than a country singer, I struggle to understand how he got to that conclusion. Then again, there are a lot of things in the last 2 minutes of this episode that I just plain don't get, and is really the point where the episode goes off the rails for me. First of all, why is Levi holding the press conference at the high school? I mean, we're told that Levi has a lot of fans at the high school, but Levi's been shown to have fans of all ages, plus he's speaking alongside the city's mayor, so why would they choose to hold this at the high school when neither one of them have been there before? It's implied that Levi will start attending the high school while not on tour, so maybe that's why the conference was held there? But if that's the case, why wouldn't he give that as the main reason he's stopping his tour? Of course, we know that Levi's holding his tour so that he can help the other Rangers defeat Galvanax, but you couldn't have him make something up about wanting to finish his education just so that no one would ask questions? Really? Side note, what the heck is going on with Victor and Monty in this episode? Honestly, I wouldn't have minded them as much if they just spent the episode trying to crash Levi's concert, but then in the last scene, Victor fakes a serious injury so we can win a trophy, and I'm totally confused how we got from the concert plot to here. But I guess I should just get used to Victor's motivations not really mattering, since the show just wants to end on a joke at his expense for every episode. Overall, this episode isn't terrible, but it's definitely not the game changer I was expecting after the hiatus. Any enjoyment I was able to find in this episode is brought down to it not having a clear focus, and while I can certainly see someone liking specific scenes, when you put it all together, this is one of the more blander offerings I've seen from this show. But I guess I should get used to it now, since I've got a lot more of this show to talk about before the finale. I'm Nick, aka IronMan1993, and may the power protect you. Please subscribe for reviews of Ninja Steel, episode reviews. Also check out Dino Charge reviews too, episode reviews. Also there's Ninjago, which has reviews too. Go! Please subscribe.